Hello. From our previous question 2, we came across a situation where we could have sketched the curve y equals x minus x squared. Today, let's look at how to sketch such a curve. There are 3 things to do in order to sketch a curve. 1 is to find x and y-intercept. 2, we find the turning point. 3, find the nature of turning points. First of all, let's look at how to find the x and y intercept. So for x intercept, put y equals 0. We are going to have x minus x squared equals y is 0. So we factorize out x, giving us 1 minus x equals 0, which implies x equals 0, or 1 minus x equals 0, which implies x equals 1, or x equals 0. So the points on x-axis are, pick the x, which is 0, and then the y is 0, and another point, x is 1, y is 0. So therefore we have 2 points on the x-axis. Now for y-intercept, we put x equals 0. For that reason, we will have y to be equal to 0 minus 0 squared, which gives us 0. The y-intercept is x is 0, y is 0. We actually have that here already. Secondly, we will need to find the turning point. At turning point, dy over dx equals 0, which implies dy over dx equals, let's differentiate y with respect to x. This is going to give us, when we differentiate x, have 1. Differentiate negative x squared, we will have negative 2x. So for the turning point, this differential should be equal to 0. For that reason, we will have 2x equal to 1, taking 2x to the other side of the equation. And so this implies x equals half. For the y, put x equals half into y. So we are going to obtain y equals half minus half all squared. This gives us y equals half minus 1 over 4, which gives us 2 over 4 minus 1 over 4, which is equal to 1 over 4. I'm using the idea of equivalent fractions here. Therefore, the turning point is x is half, y is 1/4. Now we find the nature of the turning points, whether it's a maximum or a minimum. For the nature of the curve, we have the squared y over the x squared. Differentiating 1 will give us 0. Differentiating -2x gives us -2, which is less than 0. Therefore, the turning point has a maximum nature. To this end, we are going to sketch our curve. So now I'm going to label my x and y axis. So this is my x axis, my y axis. I'm going to look at a point. I have on the x axis, I have 1, I have half. So let this be 1, let this be half. Now on the y-axis, I have 0, I have 1/4, and so can have 0, 1, 1/2, 1/4. X-axis here, can have it here. Now let's look at the turning point. Turning point is at half 1/4, so half 1/4 is somewhere here. So our graph is going to go this way. In fact, it's not drawn to scale. So that is the curve y equals x minus x squared. Now when we revolve y equals x minus x squared about the x-axis, we are going to obtain something like this. It's going to revolve, and so we will obtain something like this. And we will have some kind of empty space here. That is exactly where we found our volume.